Welcome, everyone, to Season 10, Episode 2. Dos. Zwei. Yeah. Anyway, so, cool. Quick announcements before we get into anything else. We're like weeks away from JordanCon, so we'll have to figure out that week. I guess we don't record on Mondays now, so I guess we'll be good. Maybe I'll be driving back on that Monday. We'll have to move things around. Next week we'll be recording on a Tuesday.
Ooh. We're all over the place, guys.
April 2nd. It's going to be
next week.
Yeah, April 2nd is next week.
On a Tuesday, huh?
It's April 2nd.
On a Tuesday.
We talked about this already. Your anniversary, and
yeah, it didn't click that was spring break. I'll be back.
Okay.
We'll be in DC the night before.
It's an important episode, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Anyway, next Tuesday. Yeah, we're going to be live. Gonna have a lot of fun. So, and everyone has to be there. It's mandatory. If you miss every episode for the rest of this book, that's fine. But next week's important.
Then the next week one have to be there.
All right.
Good to know.
Yeah. So, another quick thing. We did get a review just about 15 minutes ago or something like that. So,
was it a good one?
Uh-oh.
So, here it is. I read on your podcast a bad review about how this person didn't enjoy the immaturity and joking around all the innuendos. I have the opposite opinion. I find the constant joking hilarious and the reason why I continue to listen to the podcast. When I'm listening and laughing along with you three, it makes me feel like I'm hanging out with a group of friends. And I find myself talking about the podcast as if I was there too. I love the podcast, and I hope you guys never change. Don't worry, we won't.
People have tried to change us. Trust me, in our own personal lives, even outside the podcast. And this is who we are.
I change for no man. I change for no woman. Yeah. I change for nothing.
But as I said before, the folks that it's not their cup of tea. I'm not mad about it. It just
just don't listen.
That's
it's
okay.
Not that thing. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. Not gonna hurt
but when
I
read the giggity, I tell you what.
The misogyny just a little bit. In the beginning, we were rubbed raw in the beginning, guys. I mean, if you listen, we come out some really rough situationships. So.
I don't know. I've been married the entire time and had kids the entire time, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I've been in many different places along this journey, and I think it comes through in the podcast. So
I've been in the same house forever.
Right. If you skip the personal life part and you just listen to the podcast, like the book content, then you don't have the context to understand the BS that I'm spewing. But if you listen to my personal life and then what I have to say in the chapters, it's probably like, oh, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I'm gonna test something out real quick, so just ignore me.
Oh, you're testing?
No, you're good. Just ignore me.
Oh, okay. You sound great. Chris got a new mic, new setup, new house. Looks great. And I'll ignore Chris. Chris has now been replaced by Kat.
Oh, I guess he's doing.
We're doing lighting.
Oh.
Anyway,
let's get it on.
Let me see. I can change this to like a bluish filter. Yeah, there we go.
Let's get it
I
on.
got to fall asleep, so
okay. Just give a little shimmy with your.
Looks good.
Yeah, I should clean up the background. I got like a jacket and like a bunch of stuff to throw around. But I got kids. I don't care.
I'm still celebrating the holidays.
This is the cat room / office. So their home.
You know what? You're lucky I'm here. You're lucky I'm clothed. How about that? So
I even pulled the door off that hinge because that's where their litter box lives. Like,
you just ripped it off.
Yep.
Just keep it open for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, personal life. Let's see what's going on. I don't even know what's going on in my life right now. What did we do last weekend? What did I do with my life?
It was a great weekend. He doesn't remember.
I don't think I did much of anything. But
he's in a good mood, so it couldn't have been bad.
Yeah,
it must have been good.
Went to a birthday party for a kid's birthday party. That wasn't an adult.
We assume that by
now.
Not
a fun, not a fun one. It's like every weekend. That's all we do. I started coaching. We talked about it last week, so I had another practice. I don't know
what.
Soccer.
You have a game yet?
No, our first game is April 13th, so we have a few weeks of practice, and then we'll start.
That must be nice.
Yeah.
My flag football, we had one practice, and then we had a game. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, everybody else is in the same boat.
Yeah.
We're coaching 7 and 8 year olds. I only have 2 people that have ever played before. We're starting from scratch. It's the first game with only 1 1-hour practice ahead of time.
Yeah. Skunked.
The team we played, apparently, all these kids sign up together. They all live in the same neighborhood. It's 2 super hyper type A sports fanatic dads that are coaching the team. They have a playbook this thick.
They're from
and
Petersburg.
the dad's feeding them plays. They destroyed us. It was like when we finally got a complete pass, like our team was celebrating, and we were already under the skunk rule where we got to start from midfield and they weren't showing the score anymore. And it was, but Ronan did have his first touchdown pass.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just remember what I did this weekend. It was raining, so I just cleaned out the house or did some spring cleaning. That's why I don't remember it. I'm like, it immediately just like, I don't care about this
Don't
weekend.
need to hold on to that one.
Don't need to hold on to that memory. Spring cleaning. That's all I did. I moved stuff out of the attic and out of the house, and we gave away a ton of stuff. Mostly just old kid stuff that I'm not having more kids, so we gave away a lot of it. And
There you go.
You say that.
I sold some
Yeah,
stuff online.
That one
Some of that
soldier
extra
get
stuff.
through. He's gonna jump.
I'm still
the
hoping
line.
for one more set of twins.
Yeah, no,
That'd be funny.
that one
Like when
soldier is,
I'm 45, just bam, 2 more.
no more kids. No more kids. Please don't wish that. Knock on wood. All the things.
No.
I was talking about for me.
Yeah, for you. Go for it, dude. I'm done.
Yeah.
They're great. The 3 got it great. That's enough. Anyway, personal life with you guys. Anything new, exciting?
That's about it. The football work is nuts. We don't have enough time. I'll just let you know the government is as inefficient as people always joke about, and I'm living in the middle of it. Thankfully, the team of people I work with are entertaining, intelligent, and we take turns helping each other just keep our head on straight amidst all the chaos and craziness.
Okay.
But work has
That's
been
what's most important.
Cool.
I think
we're
work in
talking
general is
large dollar mistakes. People are making large dollar mistakes, and everybody just going, I guess we'll have to pay it. And I'm like, I thought people went to jail for this. What are we even doing? Why do we even have a job if nobody cares if this happens? Like,
pay me a better salary.
yeah. I'm like, tell you what, I'm taking an hour-long lunch day. And they're like, well, you can't do that. I'm like, that extra 30 minutes at my salary is nothing compared to the 2.4 million that Bob just fucking lost us. So don't call me. I'll call you.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Anyways, I said I wasn't going to vent. So I won't.
It's okay. That's what we're here for.
Chris with the new mic, the new gigs, the new place. He wasn't here last week because he was still in the process of moving. We moved to tonight because he was still in the process of moving. So how is the never-ending move, Chris, going?
We moved over 32 foot of box truck, and we had a Toyota Sierra and 3 Toyota Highlanders that ran trips back and forth. And anything that had any type of weight to it, Chris helped to carry down the 3 flights of stairs. And then anything that had to go up to the 1 flight of stairs, because it's a townhouse, so we have 2 levels. So needless to say, it took almost a week for my body to recover from that. And I'm happy to say all the weightlifting did help, because of course it was easy for me to move said things, even though I would have 2 people on one end to me on the other end. And I was typically the one taking all the weight. But that recovery, bruh, the first day I was like, oh, this ain't nothing. Second day I was like, yeah, I'm still feeling great. That third day, I was at work and I fell asleep at my desk. I was just like,
gotcha. Yeah, it'll catch up to you.
It took that long for it to catch me.
Yeah.
But
Chris is still in Charlotte, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, still in Charlotte. I'm actually in Matthews now instead of in actual Charlotte. So, it's
Charlotte
crazy because it puts me closer to the uptown, downtown epicenter, whatever you want to call it. It puts me closer to it than I was before.
Okay.
It also puts me closer to my in-laws. It just puts me 20 minutes further away from work. So it's where I used to drive 5 minutes to work. Now I got to drive 20, which that was been an episode in all of itself too. Last time we talked, I was applying for another job. I actually turned down that job because they told me, sure, you can have the job, but we're not going to pay you anymore. And it's going to prevent you from applying for another job with Truist for an entire year. And I'm like, what? You're transferring me. You're not hiring me for a new job. If you were hiring me for a new job, you're not paying me any more money. So it was like, yeah, we want you to stay where you're at. I was like, okay. I said, F it, then I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'm going to keep going for this because I am also my final interview is tomorrow for the leadership development program. And so far the interviews have gone well. It doesn't mean I'm going to get in, but I'm pushing for it. And if I do get in, then come July, I'm going to be
deuces
out of the branch anyway and on something totally different.
Put me in reference. I got your back, bro.
Yeah. Oh no. If I don't get the leadership development program, then I'm gonna need you to hook me up with a job because I might go. I'm not gonna say the word. I might go off on some people, and then I'm gonna need a new job.
It happens.
Yeah. On top of that, like one dude, we got a 2% pay increase. 2%. What's 2%? It's nothing. Absolutely nothing. You could have kept that shit. Like I even told my boss that you could have kept that shit. Like that's not even gonna cover my tank of gas.
They don't even give you a raise. They just sign you up for a coupon subscription. You're like, here you go.
That probably would have saved me more money, if I'm being honest with you. But the other guy was like, deuces. He wouldn't got a job as an electrician. And then the other guy's like, well, my wife is pregnant, so I'll be out for the next 12 weeks. And I might not come back. So
I'm just saying, my 19-year-old son, zero experience, went into HVAC. They trained him up a little bit. He's just doing regular seasonal maintenance stuff on residential, making $22 an hour. And they just gave him a vehicle. I mean, he's getting benefits.
Yeah.
The trades aren't bad. Now,
no,
don't be a lazy person and say, I'm going to go in the trades and make a lot of money, because they will cut you fast if you're not working, because these businesses are there to make money. But if you're willing to work.
Well, the key is, you do the power stance, Superman stance, hands on hips. You look around, and if anybody comes to talk, you just give them the hand, and you're like, hold on.
That's after you're in charge of a team. Oh no, when you're in charge, you hold the cup of coffee. No, you're right.
Pick up something, you put it down over there, and then just shake your head. Just walk around. You do that for about 2 hours, and then you just go to some machine that's broken and just fiddle with it for another 2 hours. And it's Anyway,
make that money.
Do not take those advice. That's not how those things work. Apparently, they will catch you, and they'll be like, "Yeah, you're not working. Get out."
Yeah. All right. Hey, Matt Chapters.
Matt Chapters. You ready for chapter 1?
It kind of ties right into this all. Luck is not the thing that we need to be going for, guys. We gotta put ourselves out there. We gotta be pushing harder. Like, gotta go for it.
I'm gonna do it this time. The wheel of time turned. In ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when an age that gave it birth comes again. In one age, called the third age by some, an age yet to come, an age long past, a wind rose in the Rannon
I'm glad you did this.
Rannon Hills.
Rannon
Hills. The wind was not the beginning. There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time, but it was a beginning. Italicized, little a. So the wind blew across a bunch of farms. It landed at Ibudar. It's raining, and Matt's walking down the street. So he's out raining.
We're happy and thankful that you did that, Alan. And it's certainly your prerogative. You've put so much work into this podcast. I'm just going to say what everybody at home is thinking. And Chris does it better. But thank you.
Sure. I won't say that. I won't say
Give me 1 second.
Is he going to kick me off?
Hold on.
Are you looking for the eject button?
No. We're going to do this. Let's see. How about now? Anything? Any changes?
No. Are we supposed to see a change?
No, I'm looking for some a cool. Never mind.
Like turn me into a bird or something, or a newt. He turned me into a newt.
He turned me into a newt. Let me see if I think I have to do it through StreamYard, which sucks. Never mind. I'll do it
So
later. I should do this
while you're
beforehand, so-
figuring that out, I will go back and say, I wish I hadn't missed last week. Loyal's back. He's lying and not doing a great job of it. Like,
Yeah.
we got Aes Sedai everywhere. We got Gawain. We've got Logain. We got bonded Aes Sedai. We've got bondage in general. With so many good things went on in that prologue. I was just like, man, I'm missing out.
How about now?
It wasn't any one thing that was crazy exciting, but it was a good refresher.
Oh yeah.
Are you trying to boost your voice?
No, I'm trying to lower the bass.
Wait, I did hear a change.
Try talking down here.
Mm.
How's that, baby? Lower. How's that, baby?
No, I have a voice changer that I could mess around with, but anyway.
Okay.
right,
I
so
noticed it. That was good, Alan.
What?
It was.
I noticed.
Okay.
Mike Tyson's coming back to fight y'all.
Is he? Oh yeah, he is.
I don't care if that dude's 80. I'm not getting in a ring with him.
Never.
No, he is old.
Like I wouldn't get in the ring with Matt, even though his hip is broken. Matt is limping like
good
an old
point.
man.
I think it's all a farce. I think actually it's that Logan Paul's going to win just because I think it's all everybody thinks it's Mike Tyson. The lines on Mike Tyson. It's going to be this huge scam just so you can win a bunch of money. And Mike Tyson.
You never know what boxing these days, so I don't disagree. But if it's for real, I'm not saying Mike wins it 99 times out of 100. I'm just saying every time he's able to connect, he's going to knock him out. Yeah, I've watched some videos of this dude working out, and he's still got power. His punch starts from his toes, comes all the way through his body, and extends through all those muscles into your face. Yeah. Nobody hits like Mike.
Yep,
he is like I'm not gonna say the word, but
anyway,
he would say
it. Matt is out on a rainy day, a few miles from Abu Dhar. It's a few days before. Matt had helped a bunch of Damani / Aes Sedai escape.
A few days after.
What is that?
A few days after or before?
It's a few days before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's
we are a few days after he helped them escape.
Yes.
Yeah.
A few days after. It was a few days before when he escaped. So
okay.
If you want to talk about time,
do we throw it on 3? Is it 3 and then we throw it?
Yeah. On the count of 3, you shall throw the holy hand grenade. 4 is out, or 5 is out right. So they're with Guinan, Doman, a bunch of Aes Sedai, a bunch of Damani, former Damani, and of course Tuon's there too, and Noel is there as well.
I like Noel. Yeah. He's my new favorite character.
Yeah, you like
Is that
Noel?
the old dude?
Yeah,
yeah. He's sneaky though. He's up to no good, but I like him. I can't help it.
Is when he has one part where it's my favorite part of these chapters. I'll wait till we get there.
Yeah. So apparently many people actually died during their escape because there's kind of like a battle that kind of broke out.
Was there something going on?
I think a little bit.
Were we aware of that?
Just a little bit. I think
a little skirmish.
Yeah.
This is a small one.
Yeah.
So
good Lord.
So Noel's fishing.
And Matt's chilling, contemplating life, pondering, trying to figure out what his next move is. And of course the dice have stopped, which he's happy for, but
nervous about too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as nervous as he was before, but he's recognizing they stopped and he's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way.
Well, they stopped last time. At the end of book 9.
Isn't that one?
Oh, is that what he's still referencing?
I think he's still referencing that because I don't think they've started back up since then.
I thought he was saying that they just stopped now, but I guess now is only
a couple days
a
later,
little bit after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when he kidnapped Tuon, that's when they stopped.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh shit."
I'm an idiot. I was thinking this was a new set of dice rolling, but it was literally the last one.
Nice day for fishing. Fishing in the rain is not necessarily fun. Not my cup of tea. I guess if you're
driving rain, it's bad, but a little bit of rain, sometimes the fish could be popping.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never enjoyed fishing in the rain. That's just my.
Well, what came next?
I'm a fair weather fisher. I don't I don't fish for food. I fish for fun. So well, I eat them too, but I don't fish for my livelihood. Let's put it that way. So anyway, Ian did a whole entire science experiment in high school about fishing, which was really just an excuse to hang out with a girl all day.
And listen to music. The project was if the type of music we played, if it affected the number of fish we caught. Now, trust me, I know there are so many other variables that were going on that affected this. Does not matter. Emo caught the least. Classic rock caught the most. But really, me and this girl that I was trying to date, we hung out on Alan's parents' pier and went fishing for like 2 hours after school every day for a couple weeks. We just hung out
doing a science project.
Yep.
So smooth. Like that.
And she was like, they're never gonna buy this. This is ridiculous. Da 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 da. I was like, look, as long as we're not lying, trust me, I can make this sound good. And you do the artsy stuff, putting it on the backboard. I'll write up the actual language that's going on there, and just let me do the talking.
That was senior year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like, so Ian and I did science projects together like sophomore and junior year, and we went all the way to states. Like,
they were legit.
We were legit, like, kind of groundbreaking type science experiments, and like we did great. And then like senior year, we both basically were like, I don't care anymore. So
yeah,
he did that. I went and bought like a bunch of model cars and just put them in a wind tunnel. I was like, which car design goes the fastest? And my teacher's like, last year, like you're going for sale. I was like, I don't care this year. I'm just gonna put things in a wind tunnel and say like,
just doing something for a grade here.
Like, I want to put my Matchbox cars in a wind tunnel and see what happens. I don't know. I don't care. So that was senior year.
On that note, Alan and I science project, we went around swabbing stuff. We don't need to give the whole rundown, and then we cultured it. And this was eye-opening for me. This is public information, but they don't really teach you this. There are benign bacteria that are everywhere, everywhere. And it was released, I think initially in like cow populations in California in the early days of biological warfare experimentation. They intentionally released it. They knew that it was benign, and it has been, so it doesn't affect us, but they just wanted to measure how it spread.
So in a lot of the cow beef that you buy, there's actually a manufactured bacteria that's found in it that was released on purpose by our government to see how fast we can spread bacteria. It's benign, it doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, it's literally everywhere. It's probably worldwide now, but it's everywhere.
There was some meat too that had a type of bacteria that only grows in bird feces. So that means some bird poop got in the meat at some point, because I doubt the cow ate a bird. So at some point between the slaughterhouse and the packaging plant, a pigeon pooped inside some of the meat, and it was still sold in the store. So just let you know.
Cook your steaks.
cook your steaks and cook your steaks well. not well. Well done steaks. But cook your ground beef. To
the story, I was going to say this when we first mentioned the one line. The one line about him fishing.
It's Crossroads at Twilight, dude. You're in for like a treat for the next couple of weeks.
No, let me tell you, this is a type of person you need around when shit's hitting the fan. Okay, there's this big battle, people died. Matt's trying to figure things out, and dude's just fishing.
Chilling.
Because when shit is crappy, if you got at least one person in the group that has the state of mind to be like, well, I might not be able to fix XYZ, but I can make a good meal tonight.
Yep.
There's some, man, I've been in some shitty places in this world, and somebody managed to put together a halfway decent meal, and it just made things infinitely better. So you gotta pick something you can affect, and food is one of them. So I like it. This guy's like, fuck it.
My therapist said,
catching our dinner.
Your therapist, man.
Yeah.
My therapist said the same thing. She's like, think about the things you can control and control them. Impact. The rest of it, let it go.
Let it go.
And if you're really struggling, just hold on. Just pick one thing. You don't even have to do the whole list of things you could throw. Pick one thing and say, I'm going to make this better today.
Yep.
And so what happens next?
So Geenan comes up and says like, hey, I told no one to leave the wagons. And Matt's like, I don't work for you.
Refresh me on which one a Geenan is.
She
Again,
is the Sultan. That's
She the
that's-
daughter of the Nine Moons. woman?
Domains.
no, that's Tuan.
It's
Right, okay,
domains.
that's-
Domain's
It's
woman.
domains
Domain.
woman.
Yeah, that wants to
Yeah.
take control of everything. Yeah. Matt's
I
still having
mean-
trouble with his
And Matt's
with
helping
his hip, and he's having trouble walking. So
I mean, if he would just take off the fox head and let the Aes Sedai put hands on him, he could have that healed. He's got a number of them with him.
He ain't gonna do that.
nope. Yep.
He is really not. And I'm wondering whether or not they can actually impact him. I mean, he did ask for them not to be able to. I mean, the fox head does prevent it, but I'm wondering what would happen if he had them heal him and then he put the fox head back on. Would it still work? Would it be in effect?
Maybe it would make his tummy hurt.
I don't know.
I mean, that's a good thing to know, though.
Yeah, I think
I
once
don't,
it's
I don't
done,
think we
it's
have
done.
evidence. I get the vibe that it, like what Alan's saying, once it's done, it's done. But
because
we
just the
don't
weeds
know.
can't touch them. The weeds aren't there anymore once you're healed.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah. So they decide to go back. Guinan helps Matt walk back, and they act like supposed lovers, which gets Doman all pissed off. He's like,
I mean, that's part of their thing, though. That's their
It's
stick.
the shtick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Matt's like, don't
And-
worry about this. I wouldn't go for this anyway. It's not my
No.
type.
He's quite literally like only Bale, and I don't see what he sees in her except for the fact that she's got money and she's got power. So, and money and power makes many people attractive. I'm not one of those people that feels that way. Like if I'm not physically attracted to you, then it's just yeah, I just can't.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
No,
Only
I
with
don't,
Bane.
not just you. I'm almost in the opposite direction. You know, somebody with money, power, and like this sphere of influence. It's not that I run away from that, and I'll be polite to you and I'll interact with you, but you almost got to prove yourself a little bit more.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I got to
for
know
sure.
that this is genuine and not just.
Well, if
Yeah.
someone throws the power globe at Ian just melts away, and
Oh, you wouldn't have
Or
survived
if they
that
slide
it
in,
goes to the point.
and
Oh
then
yeah.
if they
You
shoot
would
me
not
with a
have
gun there,
survived at the
like,
old CNU.
So
I love President Tribble would always throw
Oh,
up
yeah.
his power 10.
the power
yeah.
tense.
He took
the class.
I loved
power
it.
glove. Slide to the pointer. Yeah, it's a
I remember the first time. I know we're tangents, many tangents, but it is in alignment, because
it's fine.
the one thing we have here is just that, a struggle for power. We have Matt, who is supposed to be in charge of his people, who put together the plan, who actually got the plan to go through, and Guinan actually kind of interfered with it quite a bit, still managed to help make it happen, and now she's trying to control things and even spending Matt's money. Like, come on now. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. But
Yeah.
he's letting it go because he's just like, I want to get as far away from here as possible. I want to get her as far away from here as possible, and then I can figure things out from there. Going back to the whole power ordeal, I remember the first time I met the president of my university, and he came in and he grips my hand and he tries to turn my hand under his. So rather than let him turn his hand under mine, I slid it into the black dap and then gave him the reach around hug. I brought it in with the pound.
Back pat.
Yep.
Little snap afterwards, snap on the back of the hand.
The look on his
Tribble,
face
I
was
know
like,
you a G.
he was like, what do I do here? He gave me a hug back. I was like,
Paul, just
"That's
kiss
what
the
I'm talking
baby
about,
and move on
President."
down the line.
It was the ongoing P-Trib, and I don't know if he ever knew that we called him P-Trib, but I was like,
He
"Thanks,
did.
P-Trib."
He did. He even get his license plate changed. He got a personalized
I
license
did
plate on
see
his
that.
car.
I
The
do
P-Trib.
remember that. Yep. So, after that, every time he saw me, it was a big hug.
Yeah.
Even
He's
on the
teaching the class
graduation
next
stage.
semester.
No
That's it.
way.
Yeah, he's going to come back on campus to teach. That's kind of common for previous presidents of universities to go back and once they retire to teach a class,
Yeah,
like
but
Santoro.
He's different. Santoro will never leave CNU. He's gonna die and be buried on CNU.
That guy's old and senile anyway. I took one of his classes when I was in college. Anyway. Sorry, Anthony. If you ever listen to this podcast, probably not. Don't even know what a podcast is.
So
Patron
I
count goes down by 1. Whoops.
Oops.
I understand how Matt feels with this struggle for power, then also wanting to make it work to his advantage, because at the end of the day, you just got to achieve the goal. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
So good point. What I was thinking here is, are we going to start to see a transition with Matt? Because again, with the voices, memories in his head, he has these battle commanders, people that think at a bigger strategic enterprise level. So yes, right now he has this little battle for power with her, but I'm already starting to see he's almost annoyed by that, and like, this isn't effing important. Like, there's more that I'm trying to figure out.
She
was like,
doesn't call him
I have
out. She's
more
like, how are you? You've never
experience than
commanded
you.
anybody. And she's like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
On
believe
his
me
mind,
hearing
he's looking
this,
at the big picture, trying to plot this out, you know? So I'm hoping that's the transition we're starting to see. And he's like, I ain't got time for that little piddly stuff that you're working with. She thinks she's up here, and he's like, no. That's small potatoes.
Yep.
Correct.
And so as they're walking back, Gina adjusts her wig because, you know, they don't want everybody to know she has a shaved head. She's in disguise, secret agent woman, because she wants to be disguised as a member of the lower blood. She doesn't want, you know, draw too much attention.
Yes.
And Matt,
that's another
at this
reason
point,
why I couldn't be with her.
Yeah. And Matt at this point is reflecting back to, you know, the 6 days up to their escape and just thinking about, you know, all the stuff that just happened.
Tomorrow. Bet you about $1 that tomorrow.
And then the dice roll.
And wondering if Two-On Solution would shout if they're being kidnapped while the dice were started rolling in their head.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
However, the distraction they arranged with Beslin and a captured Windfinder worked. Allowed them to leave the city, but Beslin did a little too much, and of course, a battle started up in the city.
Yeah. So this part, like, kind of hurt my feelings a little bit to hear that there was like little dead bodies floating down the river after people were being hung and killed and just straight up massacred. Like, these people had nothing to do with what happened, but at the same time, that's their people's way. Like, they are a fighting culture. They fight for everything. So I'm sure once the ordeal, you know, became a battle, it was like, all right, we're going at it. And Matt was very strategic, well played, hiding in plain sight, getting close enough, far enough, and sending ships on to where it looks like he took off downriver. So he's got most of the Shanshan chasing him that way while he's chilling right next door.
Yeah.
I actually watched
hiding in plain sight is the best way.
Yeah, I watched a group of guys. There were 6 people. They ghost rode a whip into the neighborhood. Cops were chasing them. They jumped out the car as it was driving into a fence. Wasn't going very fast. And they ran and took off into the neighborhood. Casually sat down on people's back porches, took their shirt off. Like, one of them went into a friend's house. Like, just, you know.
It's also a neighborhood, like, where if you see somebody kind of run up on your porch and just sit and relax, and the cops come by, everybody's covering for you.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's gonna be like, he's here. No. You've been on this porch for like 2 hours. We've been talking about all shit.
We saw that crazy shit. Like, they ran that direction.
Yep. Yeah. Point the other way. Hey, so on your point of the bodies floating in the river or whatever, I don't know if y'all watched any MASH growing up, but I've seen every episode at least twice. Watched that with my dad. And there was a quote from Hawkeye while he's doing surgery, and he's really frustrated because I think he's working on a civilian at this point. And the chaplain, was it Father McCahey, says something like "war is hell," and Hawkeye was like, "No, war is war and hell is hell, and between the two, war is worse." And the chaplain's like, "Why is that?" He's like, "Well, think about it. In in hell, there are no innocent people. You know, in war, it is pretty much all innocent people that are suffering. It's just, you know, a fight between two." Or a small handful of, you know, rich politician, whatever, and everybody else is suffering.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So
yeah,
I know I butchered that. The quote's probably far better and more succinct, but that's the gist.
It's a statistic that's not kept at all, but how many people actually get away with running from cops is actually because you're talking about goes in the car and running. It's actually pretty high, like especially for like petty stuff and like for kids. Yeah, because I know.
I was gonna say I've probably run from them at least. I'd say 10 to 12 times, like legit.
Never been caught.
They were coming for me. No, one time. Remember the parking garage in Norfolk? Were you there for that Model UN?
No, that was Norfolk. Was Williamsburg or Norfolk?
I thought it was Southside, but were you with us for that one when we were throwing the light bulbs?
Light bulbs off.
And people thought it was gunshots. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in a parking garage, if there was only one cop, we'd have been fine.
Yeah.
But one of them went all the way to the top, and then one was waiting on the bottom for us. And we thought we got away, and then we rounded a corner, and there was the second cop, and we were like, "Oh, didn't know you were looking for
got
us."
Or the time we were playing capture the flag, and the cops caught me.
Oh, well, see, I don't count that one because I got away. The time we were shooting potato cannons at the aircraft carrier being built, we didn't run. Well, I didn't, so I didn't count that.
Okay.
I don't
Same
think
thing in
anybody
Norfolk. When we were in Norfolk at
we didn't
ODU,
run.
and the cops showed up, like they flashed. There was like a bunch of cops all around us at once.
Yeah. I'm only talking about the times I ran. How many times I got away?
They didn't give us a ticket because they had no idea if there was even an ordinance or like they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, they're like, maybe it's a pipe bomb. I don't know. I don't think we should.
Like, he sat there, went back to his the squad car with his partner, and he's like, "I don't know what to do here. I don't know either. Just let him go." This was a long time ago. So
they're now responsible members of society.
We are members of society. I still have the right to vote.
The potato guns were fun.
That's our standard.
That's the bar. That's very low.
That's what I can give away at this point.
Yeah, that's all I got left to lose.
As long as I have to see the commercials, you can have
all right. So we're in this chapter with Matt kind of just pondering about Tuon and like, why is anybody looking for her? Like you would think there'd be like but out of the Mine 9 Moons was missing, there'd be like entire search parties, but he hasn't heard anything since he left Avedar. And
yeah,
kind of comes to the conclusion that like, well, I guess it makes sense. Like you wouldn't make a big deal that there might be embarrassment. I don't know. Like
there's more
what's your weakness?
Yeah.
Well, remember, I think yes, Chris, more that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But let's compare it to some things we have read. The Aes Sedai, when they didn't want to let people know that they failed to make it to Makiri. Like there's certain things, like if you're in a powerful organization, there's certain things that happen that you don't want to be public knowledge. So you're trying to work that out with your Black Ops people.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not assume somebody's not following them or trying to find her.
There's probably some magical way for them always to know where she is, and she chose to go.
Ooh. She might be in on it.
She's trying to play this out to see whether or not Matt is the one.
Yeah. She's not necessarily. She even in the last book was just like, yeah.
So let's go. I got you.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Yeah.
You still one.
A lot of possibilities.
Anything from this chapter before we move to chapter Zwei? Dos.
Was it? This was the chapter where we went over the part, but what's the old guy's name again?
No.
And Matt was watching him like walk on ahead after they finished fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And he was talking about how like dude's kind of busted up, but at the same time,
he's
like
spree.
He's yeah, moves with the quickness. He could carry his load. He can get around. Like that's the old man I'm hoping to be. Like I'm mostly like I'm gonna be old Yoda. Like I got my cane, I'm walking around, but when push comes to shove, I can carry my weight.
Mm-hmm.
I can do my thing.
Just dice some people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm like, there's more than meets the eye with him too. Like I don't know what it's gonna be. Is it gonna be a dark friend or is he gonna be another Tom? Like I don't know, but
I'm feeling
I like him a lot.
But
I don't feel it from him. I like him, but I like him too much, and that's part of the issue. Is I like him too much.
Although, what a twist at this point in the books if we actually have good people, good air quotes, that are doing the same thing that some of our dark friends are doing. They can have disguises. They can make themselves look old. They're working behind the scenes.
We know there are those people. Cool. They just aren't in the physical world. They're in the dreamscape.
Yeah.
So maybe one did make it to the physical world.
Y'all ever see that video of that old? Of course, he's passed away now, but he was like a World War II vet, and he used to box a lot when he was a kid. And he got mugged by like 3 dudes, and he knocked them all out.
No, but I want to. You gotta find.
I'm gonna find this. I guess I'm gonna find it and send it to you.
Nice.
Like hilarious. And they interviewed him, and it was like nowadays his interview wouldn't be able to make it on the news. But it was basically like, I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, I can't go 10 rounds, but I could go 1, and they didn't even last that long.
You got the old man strength. That old man strength, yeah. Whew. Don't want to mess with that.
Speaking of old man, I can't believe that the creator of Dragon Ball Z has left us.
Huh?
I mean, it's been a while. He died like a week and a half ago.
Oh wow!
I didn't even hear the news.
I mean, I saw Joe Lieberman die today, but I was like,
I know he is, but the OG, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, is gone. The grandfather of anime.
I know P. Diddy left the country, but that's a whole different story. That's a whole different bag of worms.
Now I want to know. I have to look at that up too later. Anyway, chapter 2. Yeah, P. Diddy.
Oh, that's
P. Diddley too.
Well, that's one of those scenarios I could believe
Activation.
either end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Powerful people totally setting him up. Possible. Yeah. Or he's just done some horrible things.
Yeah.
Also possible.
Lots of conspiracy theories out there. Speaking of conspiracy theories, like that bridge, Baltimore Bridge. By the way,
dude,
Will from the Cosby Reads lives in Baltimore. He's fine. He was not driving at 1:30 in the morning, so he's fine. Yeah.
That was crazy. Jeez.
How many conspiracy theories are popping up? And I'm like, people have no idea how cargo ships work. As someone who grew up sailing around them and know everything, like not everything about them, but know enough about physics.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a conspiracy. It's a matter of force equals mass times acceleration, and that's the end of it.
You just can't.
I will tell you this: the way it maneuvered in the end and ended up hitting it. If you wanted to do that intentionally with a boat like that, you could not. There ain't a computer in the world that's gonna.
That's currents.
Nope. That's just
only
horrible,
way
bad luck.
Yeah. The only way a boat side flips that large like that is you lose power and the current takes you.
Yeah.
Like
yep. I've had it happen to me in a much smaller boat.
Yeah.
And it's still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've too soon. Yeah. But I have hit bridges.
Too soon. Yeah. We didn't take out a bridge. We just hit one.
No. I almost took Alan out when I hit a bridge because the forestay almost snapped and cut him in half, but we survived.
Good Lord, there's a lot going on with P. Diddy. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't go down that rabbit hole.
Do
not go down that rabbit hole.
There's too much down there.
Yeah. Nope. Well,
that's
I'm going back to watching us. In the last 3 days, P. Diddy went from P. Diddy to P. Daddy? No.
It was Puff Daddy. And
poor
poor
Justin.
Anyways, on to chapter 2. 2 captains. 2. Dose.
We know 2 captains don't do well on a ship. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe there were 2 people trying to drive that barge.
The power went out, dude. They had pilots on board, man. Those pilots, anything I know about pirate pilots, they are the best captains in the entire world, bar none. And I'm willing to sacrifice everything to tell you.
The school and the testing you have to go through to become a harbor pilot. So many people wash out. You got to be ridiculously smart. You basically have to memorize every bit of the bottom of the waterways that you're piloting, and especially in Hampton Roads and all around the bay, that's constantly changing and shifting, and you constantly have to know how things are moving around. Like
those
these guys
can move a boat anywhere. I mean, they're some of the best captains in the world.
Yeah.
So
I don't doubt that. I've watched them sail enough.
Well, so Alan and I were talking about it, and from the time that power went out, when it first went out, I can almost picture them on the bridge, the harbor pilots, and probably the captain himself, doing the mental math quick, because they already know where the current's moving and how fast. They already know the wind speeds. They already know the weight of their vessel. They already know all this, and their brain went, oh fuck. Like, I'm sure they calculated that very fast, and they knew it was not going to be good.
And that's why they sent a Mayday very fast.
Yeah. Probably the same way Matt was like, oh man, this woman's gonna be issues.
To go
And
back
you
to
get
Mental
rid of her
math.
quickly.
Yeah.
So Matt returns back to Val and Luca's grand traveling show and magnificent display of marvels and wonders. Yeah.
Thank you for putting that title there, because
Yeah.
I forget it all the time.
Which they talk about is probably the largest in the world. And actually think about it. I mean, in this world, it probably is the largest traveling show. And this is the
Oh, I thought we
Barnum
were
and
talking
Bailey.
about his calves.
Oh, yeah, that's
Largest in the world.
He does have some well-turned calves.
Well-turned,
Yeah, I
he
think he does. But yeah, probably the largest show in the world. The greatest show on earth, as P.T. Barnum and Bailey was once known as before the circus got canceled and no longer exists. But yeah, because they're gone now, right?
They are completely
Barnum
gone.
and Bailey, yeah.
The only one that exists now is the Soul Circus. That's just people in costumes, right?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm sure there's smaller circuses, but I mean the big circuses have all stopped because of animal abuse, and I mean, for good reasons. But
yeah,
I mean, I went as a kid. It was fun, but anyway, different world
too.
back then.
Yeah. Just
so
Matt has different worlds going on in his head. He doesn't agree with Tuathalan or whatever her name is.
Tuan.
I don't know, Tuan.
Yeah.
About his inability, but at the same time, he's just going to take a seat back and just kind of let her do her thing and say what he needs to say when he wants to say it. And of course, as they enter into camp, you see some people shooting dice, and Matt's like, okay, well, hey, everything looks normal. And he goes, wait, those two don't gamble. Why are they standing there next to the guys shooting dice? And it's the horse managers. So he's
also he spots Sean Chan talking to Luca as well. So
Sus.
yeah, he turns to Gideon real fast. He's like, "Is your disguise good here? Like, will they recognize you?" And she's like, "I didn't know anyone in Ebadar. I doubt it. Like, seriously doubt it."
Until she starts seeing people that I had an altercation with that guy. He's a jerk.
Like, how many people
we're screaming in each other's face? He was right here. He definitely has my face memorized.
Yeah. But anyway, they go up to the horse trader, and there's this nice back and forth. And I love how you have like your really responsible people. So the horse trader or the horse trainers, very responsible, on top of their game, husband and wife team. They're saving their money. They want to own their own place. And then you got the two guys shooting craps, looking for sevens. And the horse trainers are like, yeah, you're good. Do
you think they play craps or do you think they play CeeLo? I mean, just saying.
Either game would be fun.
I think it's CeeLo in this case.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I just find it very interesting that even within Luca's little crew, there's this level of mistrust between the different people. You good over there?
You good over there, Ian? He lost hearing. I can tell already. It happened last week too. Like half the show.
He didn't know how to spell Matt. That's why.
We know, Ian.
It's 2 C's.
Figure it out.
I can't hear anything.
I know,
maybe he doesn't hear Mike. So
I'll send you the link for the one I got.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, we can say how much Ian. So let's talk about Ian for a little bit. So he'll figure it out. He last week do the same thing he did last week. Whatever he did. We know
the power couplings.
I think last week he had to leave and come back in the StreamYard for it to work. So we had to kick him out and bring him back in. Does that work?
Can you hear us now?
No. Okay. Technical difficulties as always. Maybe Ian does need a mic. Now I can't hear him talking, but I think he turned off his microphone.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Okay, cool.
Did you reconfigure the couplings?
Yeah.
We haven't done that in so long.
I know.
I jiggled the handle.
Okay. Cool. Is this the same thing that happened last week?
If by that you mean I have no idea what happened.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, the Shanshan are desperate for horses, though. That's part of the reason why they're there. Like the whole reason why they're there is they're trying to make deals to buy horses. So, yeah.
Well, and I think they're more or less looking to commandeer horses because Valaluca has a nice letter stating that he saved somebody important, so he gets to hold on to his horses. But then, as the Shanshan leave, like we said, homegirl ducks her head because she did piss off one of the captains. And then it comes out, he's like, because of you guys, I might end up losing my horses. And how can I move a circus without my horses? We need to go. Like, we have to get the heck out of here.
Yeah, we got to go.
And Matt's like, all right, well, as soon as Tom makes it back, we can go. And she looks at him like, Tom back. Didn't I tell you to stay put, to not leave? Didn't I say
nobody goes nowhere?
Matt's like,
Tom does his own thing.
Yeah, Tom. Yeah. I don't remember you saying that. I mean, even if you did, who cares? So, anyway.
Yep.
And Matt spins Luca, instead of arguing with him, just kind of hits him with but you gotta look at the flip side. If we'd have left when you wanted to leave, XYZ could have happened. You'd have been caught up in the fighting. Could have been a lot worse. So technically, I saved you.
And he could have left at any point in time beforehand, but Luca's been milking the city for all the bronze he could get.
Right.
And the letter he has
wasn't going to carry that,
by the way.
Right.
The letter Luca has is from Seroth.
Yeah, which may or may not be valid anymore, but
which we've met many, many, many a times, and we know it's a dark friend. So,
correct.
Fun stuff. But yeah, so go find Tom. They find get all that stuff. Matt gives permission for the show to leave, and Lucas starts to order. All the performers start packing up. Matt lets Julia know to go get the rest of the group. And as they're preparing to leave, the dice start to roll in Matt's head again. You cannot get away from these dice. Yep. And that's the end of this chapter.
The Mad Attack is back, Jack.
Well, then we have a little interaction. We kind of learn a little bit more about what's his name's girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
how she was royalty or once was royalty. So that was interesting. Of course, Matt's like, I don't know if she is actually into him because she's into him or into him because she wanted to get away from servitude. But we get some depth to some of our smaller characters. So I don't know what importance they're going to play, but I'm excited for it. And we know there are certain people within the group that do not entirely agree with the way Matt is putting on his farce because they don't believe that a woman should leave their man, no matter what the situation is. So it's very kind of antiquated in that belief, but here they are making it work.
Exactly.
I think we should put an age on it and antiquate it. It's I mean, if this book teaches anything, it's cultural relativism. I mean, every time we move somewhere else, there's different groups that believe wildly different things, and we've seen polar opposites on the spectrum on everything.
I mean, like how Jordan does that.
Yeah. I get caught up in the way we try to filter everything through the lens of like today's morality, today's objective morality. I put an asterisk on that. And I just remember in college, and Alan, you had to run into this because I know you took a lot of history classes. The good history professors, the moment you started talking and judging history based off of today's morals, they would stop you and be like, okay, that's good for another class, a sociology class, whatever. But you can't look at history through the lens of,
what's moral, what people in the future will look at what we're doing today as immoral. So, I mean, it's
right. So you got to look for, doesn't mean certain topics aren't relevant to discuss and how we've progressed over time, but you can miss a lot of good things that you could pull out of history by doing that. Anyways, to that point that Alan just made, what we think is right and moral now, and we're calling that antiquated. Well, who knows where things are going to be 100 years from now? It might loop around and be like, actually, there was a reason for that dynamic in relationships, and now we've gone back to it. So it's relative.
There's a quote. In any case, the officer's gone. Matt exhaled slowly. His luck was really still with him. At times, he thought okay.
That was all that kept him from bawling. You know what? I can see that. Matt's been going through a lot. There's been a lot of
He
character
has.
development. There's been a lot of growth, but he's still a child.
Yep.
He's just had to go through a lot of war, a lot of killing, a lot of ordering men to be killed, a lot of fighting. You know, I like Matt, and I'm under the same like thought processes of him, as it would be nice to just get away and escape all of this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Are we at that point where he's accepted that he can't? I mean, I kind of think we
I
are.
think so.
I think he's in.
He's in.
It's still a little begrudging, not as much as before, but yeah, that voice of just wanting to be done with it and not have to be responsible for it. And
yeah. Anyway, anything else from these chapters?
No, they were very brief, very good intro chapters to Matt. Like this is, in my mind, it feels like it's going to be a very Matt heavy book. We're going to get some loyal,
and then we're not going to see Matt for the next. No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering how much Perrin we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get much Perrin, but we got a lot of Perrin beforehand. We need some more rain.
More rain.
More rain.
Not less rain. More
it is raining a lot, apparently. Favorite character?
The fisherman.
No. Okay.
No. Took it from me. I want to know what Noel was doing when Noel was supposed to be going to tell the eyes to die to get ready. He like scurried out of the forest as Matt and what's her name were like coming up to the camp.
He was over there talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Exactly, but who and why?
Yeah. Don't
so maybe it's not just wolves. Maybe there's chipmunk people, and he's one with the chipmunks.
And I shared that, by the way, with my coworkers.
How about you? How about you, Chris?
Well,
since he stole yours,
stole mine. I'll go with Bail Doman.
Bill Tobin for being the jealous guy, all jelly.
But then also sucking it up and letting it happen, taking one for the team. Not only that, he got scolded in the middle of all of it, and all he did was just kind of tuck his head and let it go. We have all been in that moment where we are on one and we think we're right, we know we're right, and our wives or significant other gives us that look, and it's like, damn, what did I say this time?
Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is. I'll deal with it later.
I'm gonna just take it. I don't even need to understand it. I'm gonna just take it.
Take it. It is what it is. Who you win?
All right. Well, next week,
Bill Doman. You know, I was just gonna say we met him at the beginning, and we're just like, he's just a fun character. He has come up in the world. I enjoy seeing a good, strong character rise up. If he dies, I will be so upset.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Now I'm done.
All right. Sure. So next time we'll be doing 2 chapters again, chapter 3 and 4, which is A Fan of Colors and the tale of a doll.
Like a fan.
F-A-N, like a fan. Yeah, a fan of colors.
Ooh, maybe our friend from the betting place is back. Doesn't she like fans?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And wasn't she a dark friend?
Yep.
Aren't they all?
And the tale of a doll. D-O-L-L. Doll. Like a little porcelain doll.
This is the one where Moraine comes back. She's gonna come back in the body of a doll.
Yep. Well,
make tale sure like as in a story, or tale like as in a T-A-I-L.
T-A-I-L.
Tale.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So join us next week. It will be on a Tuesday, April 2nd, which happens to be my birthday. So if nothing else, come celebrate my birthday. But also because I am a dark friend and I like to make things really important just for myself because I like to be weird with that. It is our 200th episode. Episode 200. We've done 200 of these. Isn't that insane? So I do have special stuff planned for us because
what's our word count, Alan?
I can probably tell you how many words we've read. I can tell you down the spreadsheet. It'll take a while to figure all that out, but I can.
No, you're good. That's okay.
But but yeah, so it's gonna be a 200th episode. We do have some stuff planned for that, so everyone has to show up. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're getting gifts on his birthday. I love the sound of this.
Yeah, it's gonna be chaos. Planned for it to be an extra long recording, because
So we're starting at 8:30.
no, we're starting at 9. Just big plans.
Okay.
Plan accordingly.
This would be one of those. We're gonna have 20 guests in one episode.
When I fall asleep at 10:30, that is not on me.
That's part of the show. It's part of the show.
There might be
little
some
bit of cut
chaos.
before you fall asleep,
There
too,
might be
just
some
like-
chaos.
I'll give you Chanel's number.
There might be some chaos. Chris might fall asleep halfway through.
I'm
That's
going back
okay.
to the dreamscape. I haven't been going in the Discord's dreamscape in forever.
Nice.
That's okay if Chris falls asleep during the show, but it's gonna be fun. 200 episodes. Yeah.
I don't
so-
work next Wednesday, so I'll crack open a bottle of wine.
Dude, we
Exciting.
really
Oh,
should make
we'll
it
have
open
fun.
to everybody. Put it in Discord. Like,
Yeah, it is open to everyone. It's on YouTube. We don't. It's not patrons only for recordings. Everybody can do it. Can come to us.
don't say
Oh, it's just the
like,
live recordings that
What
we
do you
do
mean?
for the patron
Okay.
Oh yeah, just the live stuff. This is all of our recordings are for
for
everyone.
live
Okay,
listening.
this stuff. Okay. When are we going to
Yeah.
do our Cosmere? Finished
I
Words
don't
ratings a long time ago. Did you start
You
the other one already?
moved.
without
You
me?
moved and had all these issues going on. So why is my dog barking?
Did you
Alan's
start?
getting robbed.
Ian? Did you?
Someone just knocked on our door or something. I don't know. Anyway, so cool. Yeah. So I guess I should check that out. I don't think anybody's there, but anyway.
All right,
So how we can be found is at thewillreads.com. It is our awesome, cool website where you can find links to also cool stuff like links to cool deals you can get through affiliate ads. Or you can also do stuff like find our merchandise like Team Theater shirts and other Will Reads merchandise. Go check that out. Check out our Patreon. If you want to join, we do still need to figure out what chapter we're going to do a live reaction to this week. But
Just
at
do a
some point we
poll.
will. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll get comments from someone. But yeah, so we'll do that for patrons. And we do that usually one a book. I don't know if we do one for New Spring because it's so short. But anyway, we'll do one for this book. We're due. There will be some Cosmere content from us, not from the Cosmere Reads, but from the Will Reads at some point whenever we get our act together and figure out a date where we can record. We'll figure it out. We might do a bunch of books or might do nothing. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, but like, subscribe, do all the cool things for the algorithms. It likes it. So, you know the deal. And that's all I got for this week. So,
Until next time.
Peace.
okay, bye. Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving
Sure.
device ready and
Sure.
strapped on.
Oh, where are we going tonight?
What kind of strap on you talking about?